Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris. You've reached Chris Loves Lux. And today, we talking about these babies right here. So, Christian Louboutin came out with eyeshadow palettes and blush and highlighter palettes for us, y'all. 3 of each. I got 2 of the eyeshadow palettes, 1 of the blush highlighter palettes, and the cases that come in this packaging. So if you want to see how I created this look as well as other looks and what my thoughts are about the collection, keep on watching. But before you do, those of you that are new, hello, hi, welcome. And I love the fact that you clicked on this video. And if you are new, and even if you're not, but you refuse to commit, I need you to click that subscriber button. I need you to click it now, boo. Click the button, become a part of the family, because I would love to have you. Head over to IG and follow me at ChrisLuvsLux while you at it. With all that being said, let's get into this because I have some thoughts. I got a lot of thoughts. So this is going to be a long video. FYI, get you a snack, get you a drink, do what you have to do because we're going to be here for a while. I'll see you at the end. Everybody, so we have 1 blush palette, 2 eyeshadow palettes, right? So before I go into the eye stuff and everything else, let's just go over the product itself. So this is the box that it comes in, the beautiful Christian Louboutin red packaging, right? So what is interesting about this product, right? At first, when I saw the price, I'm like, oh, it's $78 for the 6-pan eyeshadow palette, right? So I was like, oh, that's not bad because Tom Ford is $88, even though, you know, we all go to the CCO, so we don't pay $88, right? But it's $88, so that's not bad, right? And then I realized, right, it's $78, but the actual packaging doesn't come with it. So it comes like such in this plastic packaging, right, because it's a refillable unit. So the actual product, and I'm going to show you this one, comes like so in the packaging like this, right? And you have to take it out and pop it into a unit. Now, let's just talk. First of all, I'm going to swatch everything and all of that, but this is the one right here. This is the first one that I'm going to go over. Gives you instructions on how to drop it into the unit. So I keep talking about this unit. So what does this unit look like? So the unit comes separately for another $78 whole. Okay, I love the presentation. You open it up, it looks like so. This is the red one. This is the black one. So ultimately, you're paying $156 for the 6-pan eyeshadow. Okay, so I just want to put that out there, right? So don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, it is $156. So it comes in this packaging. I'm going to reserve all my comments until the end, but after you take it out, this is what it looks like. It has the Louboutin spikes on it, which you see on several shoes, sneakers, etc. You pop it open. This is a fall latch. It's a fake latch. It's not a real one. It doesn't have a function, right? It's just there for a show. Has a nice size mirror, right? And then in the inside it says from Christian with love. And okay, so Christian X for Chris. Like Christmas, we do, some people do Xmas. He does X and then TIAN for Christian, right? With love, right? That's a nice little touch into the palette, but this is it right here, right? So ultimately, I'm going to do this with you guys. You have to take the inside unit out, right? So this is what it looks like. This is what the palette looks like without it. Then it has the name of it at the bottom. Let me go like this so you can see. Bronze Eloise, right? There are 3 different options that come. I just got 2 of the 3. I want to see how they perform. I'm gonna be honest with you. For $156, if I don't like the way they perform, I will be taking it back to Nordstrom's. Okay, sorry, not sorry. So we gonna see. But ultimately, this is what you do. Drop it in. It does not come out because it is metallic. Not metallic. Oh my gosh, seriously? Metallic, Christine? You know what I'm trying to say. It is magnetic, not metallic. Then this is what the shadow ends up looking like. I do appreciate all of the magnetic closing, right? Because when I saw this, I was like, oh crap, I really don't want to, you know, mess with trying to open it, but it just opens up like so. Nice size mirror, and just like the shoes, it has a red bottom. Where you'll see, well, if I go like this, you'll see it says Louboutin. Okay. So this is the bronze eyeshadow palette. The actual eyeshadow palette itself is 6 grams of product. So let's compare it. So I took 2 other things out. I took the Tom Ford Quad out, and then I took the Dior Quint out so we can compare. Understanding this is 6 pan palette. The Tom Ford is a 4 pan palette, and it has 9 grams of product. So the typical, oh, I don't want to drop this. The typical Tom Ford palette quad has 9 grams of product, but it's only 4 shadows versus 6 grams of product, which is less, but it has more options. So, you know, take that for what you will. The Quint, I pulled one of my Quints out. The Dior Quint is actually 7 grams of product, right? And I want to say this is what, $62? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think it's $62, right? For similar amount, so it's 1 extra shade in here, but still less product. So just for comparison purposes, however, comma, the price is more than double. It's 125% of the price or something like that. So it's double the price, more than double, 62 times 2 would be 124. This is 158. This is $88 times it by 2, and it would be double the product, double the price. It's still, Christian Louboutin just costs more, right? So I want you to know that you're paying for basically, I'm going to say, this whole packaging experience. So I'm going, like I said, I'll talk more about the packaging at the end of the video, because I do want to get into the tutorial. But just so you know, you'll see right here, there's a little pin, a little hole for a pin. The pin is actually inside right here, where you would pop it out and actually be able to refill the item. So that was bronze. I did buy a second one, which is, just trying to open it up here for you. Trying to open it up without digging my fingers in it, which is Rose Pigalle. And for those of you that are into Christian Louboutin pumps, shoes, etc., you guys know I have a whole collection. The Pigalles is one of his most famous heels, right? I actually have a pair. They're, you know, a staple in a Christian Louboutin collection. So this is Rose Pigalle. There's actually a shoe called the Eloise shoe as well. So bronze Eloise, Rose Pigalle, and then there's one more that I just did not get because I said, you know what, at 100, because you have to get the case, right? I was like, let me slow down, right? So, but I do like these colors. So again, I bought 2 black ones. Oh no, this is the red one. I bought 2 black ones so I can tell the difference between the blush option and the, so this is the second one, the blush option and the eyeshadows, right? So, and you can put them in how you want, if you want them like this or like this. I'm actually going to drop it in like that. That's it. Since it's magnetic, it pops right in there, and then I close it. So now these are the two options. The problem is that you don't know which one is which color, because unless you write it on the back, which would ruin the red, you have no idea which one is which until you open the unit. But you know, it is what it is. The last thing I want to show you guys is the blush unit, and then we'll jump into the actual trying of the product. And that's what I got the red one for. And the red one would be how I know which one of my blushes. Now, you guys know how I feel about blush, right? So you know I am going to be highly critical of this blush. Comes in the same type packaging. You have to open this. Really? There you go. I don't want to mess it up. And this is the blush option that I purchased. Very pretty blush, and two blushes, one highlighter. And the name of this one is So Privé. I'll show it to you. So Privé. So this trio, again, just like in the other one from Christian, and we're going to drop it in here like that. So that's the blush. So now that we've put all of that together, okay, we have to get into these looks. We have to get into this because I'm interested in knowing and understanding, is the formula worth the coin? You know, I think everybody is a little suspect on whether or not this is going to be worth our dollars, right? So that's what we're here to find out. And I have a little wine here, so we can get into this Christian Louboutin. Yeah, I like this one. All right, so we're gonna start. This is the bronze one. We're gonna start out. I can tell you right now that these three are metallics. These two here are satins, and then you have one matte. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna swatch. There are no names, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna swatch. Let's see what kind of color we have. That's pretty. Then we're gonna go over to this one. It's not bad. I'm gonna show you what happened when I swatched it, right? But it's not, it's just something that happens. It's a little patchy. Yeah. Let's see how it performs. Sometimes swatches don't perform the same as the actual shadow. So I'm going into this one here. Then I'm gonna go into this one here. Oh, that's a pretty one. Last one is this one right here. Okay, so here are all of the swatches. They're not terrible colors. I think this one is my favorite. Of course, we're going to work with them and see what we can get. Okay, so when I'm looking through it, trying to pick a transition color, for those of you that have to have a transition, you know, you might find it a little difficult because the only matte is this one right here, which will really be your smoky option if you needed a smoky option. All of these here, you know, you can use a metallic or a satin for a transition shade, or you can just not have a transition shade, right? You can do that. For the purposes of this palette, in this review, first impression, I'm going to stick with the colors that are in here. So I am going to use this shade right here as a transition shade. I am not going to I'm actually going to use a smaller brush for this because I don't know how it's going to perform. I'm going with my classic crease. Let's see how it picks it up. You see it? It did pick up the product. So let's see how it performs. How does it go on? I mean, you get in color, you know, how it looks on my eye. It almost is a transition shade, right, y'all? I mean, you could tell the difference between this and this. This is getting deeper. If you look at this and you look at my eye, it's swatched a little differently than how it's going on my eyes, but the color of my eyes is different from the color of my arm. It is blended. I will tell you that, y'all. It is blended. So I'm going to jump right into my lid color. So when I'm looking here, and I really do want to use this, y'all, but I think I am going to first use this color here. Yeah. Let's go in. We're going to go in with this color right here. I really wish they had shade names, but it's okay. See how this applies with the brush first before I go in with my finger. And I'm patting in. It gives you can see it, right, y'all? So it's not like it's something wrong with it. If you want it intense, you can spray your brush, and then dip it in. You know me though, I like to use my finger, so I am going to pick some up with my finger and see how much more color payoff and pigment I can get. It's a pretty color. It's a pretty color, y'all. Now, is it a color I have in my collection? Yes. Bronze palette. I think I probably even have, here it is. I think I have this color even in here. It might be closer to this color, but that's okay. I'm gonna go in with this brown color. Let's see how it, wow, it did pick it up. Let's see how it places the color on. Oh no, y'all, okay. Let's get this color in here. Oh, it's got pigment. You can't say that it's not coming for you with the pigment. It definitely has pigment. You getting your color payoff with these looks, with these eyeshadows, I mean. The question is, for $158, right? Is it something you want to do, you need to do, or if you can get these looks already with something in your palette, in your not your palette, in your collection, do you really need to pay the money? Right? That's the $1 million question. I do like the way it performs. I had no problems. I did prep my lids, just so you know, with my Hourglass primer like I always do. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to use this same palette again. I am going to, because I do want to use this yellow shade. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go straight in with the yellow shade. I'm not going to use any transition yet. I'm going to do the lid first. Sometimes, you know, that's necessary. Wow, sometimes that is necessary. This is very creamy and blendable formula. I will tell you that, you know, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Louboutin fan. I mean, you see how easy that's applying, right? It's not giving me any issue. I am using my finger because with these type of formulas, I think the finger is the best way to get a precise application. It's a pretty color. That's a really pretty color. Now, do I have this color already in my collection? Yup. But I don't have it that much in my collection. You know, Pat McGrath comes with the golds, right? Golds, yellows. This is more yellow than a lot of my other golds, right? Because most of my other golds, they have a hint of green or a hint of blue or a hint of pink. This looks straight up canary yellow, right? On my skin, just so that you know, it looks straight up canary yellow. So I am going to take a clean Detail Pro because I want to just blend it up just a little bit. Because what I am going to do is I'm going to go back in with that dark shade and smoke that out. Then I'll bring it up a little bit. I'm just taking my time to build up the side the way I want it to. I'm going to take this now. I've cleaned it off. And I want to now, just to give a little something up here, I'm going to take very little of the brown. I barely want to pick any up. I just want to gonna put a little of this yellow. I'm just being a little bit of a perfectionist now because I see a little dip right there. It's driving me crazy. I'm not mad. Now, this is so creamy that as you swatch it, kind of like in the Natasha Denona ones, when you swatch it, it gets messy all over the palette. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. But that's a good thing, you know. The question is though, I'm suspect because I want to know how it wears throughout the day, and it's late at night, so I won't keep this on for too long. I'm just gonna take the other side of this brush, the clean side of this brush. I just want to. So ultimately for this look, you know, I'm not going to finish it because I have a whole nother palette, even though I kind of think I should, but I want to get into the other palette. You could smoke out the bottom lash line with that same brown, and you could use this shade right here. This is your your typical, that didn't work. Your typical inner corner shade, right? So take a clean brush. I can go in here. And then put it in my inner corners and keep it moving. This gets really messy. I don't know if y'all can tell how messy it gets. But it's not a bad shadow. Again, the question is it $150 good? Or do you not get the case, just get the pans and put the pans in something else, right? Could do that too. But here is this particular look. I do want to go into this next palette, which has no mattes. This is not a matte, it's a satin metallics. That's how it is. But you know this orange is calling my entire name. So I am going to clean this off and then I'll be back so we can play with this one and then the blushes. I'll be back. All right, y'all, I'm back. So this is the next palette we're going to use. I just noticed something. I don't know if you can see this shade here. Look how, is it the same? We're going to swatch that first because I need to see. So I'm going to go in with this middle shade first. And we're going to swatch it. Really? We're going to swatch it right there. Then I'm going to go back in with that middle shade. Oh no, they're not. They're almost the same, but they're not. This is slightly, and I mean slightly different than this one. This is a little cooler, but still, they're almost the same, right? So just mental note of that, because as soon as I opened it and I looked hard, I was kind of like, wait a minute, are they the same? Sorry, I got something in my eye. So that threw me off a little bit because I thought they were the same. All right, so let's swatch this real quick. So I'm gonna start from here. Oh, that's wet. I'm gonna go here. Okay. It's a pink. It's another pink. I already swatched this one, but I'll swatch it again just so it's side by side. Here goes that one. Then we're going to go into this one here. It's almost coral. Then we're going to go into this one here. I can't wait to see this one. Yes, that's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping for. Come through with the orange. Okay, here's the darker shade. And then we're gonna go into this last shade right here. And wow, that's pretty. All right, y'all, okay. I'm excited about this one. The last one, the bronze one, I was okay. These colors right here, let's just see how they work. Let's see how they work before I get too happy. As far as what am I gonna use as a transition shade, I am going to use this one as a transition shade, this on lid, and this one as the outer corner B. Then I'm going to use this one. This, I'm not sure about the next eye. Let's start with the one that I'm really amped about. Okay, so I said I was going to use this one, which is this color right here. So we're going to, wrong shit. I want to go in with this one. Picks up a lot of product. If you have a natural hair brush, be careful because a lot of product. You do not need a lot of product at all. This video, y'all, is gonna be long because I already am like 30 minutes in and I still have 2 more eye looks and the blush. I like that. It's almost like, I'm gonna swatch it again, but I'm gonna swatch it right here. You guys see that? That's a beautiful swatch. You saw how creamy and smooth it is. It's a pretty color, y'all. It's a pretty color. Okay. All right. Let me keep going, because we getting into this baby right here, and I'm just gonna go right in with my finger and let's get it popping. Oh, I do not have this color in my collection. I'm gonna tell you that I don't think so. That's straight orange. I gotta go look at this Circle Loco palette. There's an orange in there that might be similar. I mean, this is like orange. Yes. And do you see how it, I mean, y'all, it's blending out really easily. And I'm just gonna go like this. And I'm gonna go in with this, let me just clean this off. I'm gonna go in with the darker shade. I picked up way too much product, so let's see what happens. It's not bad. You can use this shade, the lid shade that I use, the orange, as a one and done shade really easily. I'm just making sure I blend this out really. Yeah. Y'all, I like this shade. I like this shade, and I'm just building, and I have to calm down. You know why? Because it's only 6 grams of product. So you know that's 1 gram per pan. So you gotta keep that in mind as well, okay? 1 gram per pan. Not trying to rhyme, but I'm just saying 1 gram per pan. Okay, so I really want to jump into this color right here, and I'm not going to put a transition. What I'm going to do is that's a pretty color. Y'all see that? Let's just see what it looked like on, because I have a feeling this is going to look like something I already have. And when you have 150 something palettes, or more than that now, I think, you're going to have duplicates, but it's all about the formula. It is all. That's a one and done shade for real. Y'all see that? That's a one and done shade. I mean, I don't normally do one and done because, you know, your girl likes smoky on the ends of her eyes. But that's a beautiful, it's almost like a raspberry sorbet. I'm saying that because I'm hungry, y'all. But anyway. Okay. All right. I'm going to swatch this again for you guys next to this one, just so you can see. Look at that. Not bad. Not bad. We're going to do this again, because you know I don't not smoke out my outer corner. So we're going to see what this looks like. And because this is a metallic, it actually has bits of gold reflect in it. Actually gold and silver. You can't see it on camera, but it is in there. Okay, that's enough of that because that really smoked it out. I like that. I like that. I like both the looks, y'all. The only thing I didn't use, I don't think I used this one yet, right? And I think because this is a little bit, I don't know, it's not moving me as much, but I'm sure if I was to, really, Christine, wrong finger. If I was to put that in here, it really didn't do anything to the eye like that, but I like this look the way it is. I'm not going to mess it up by trying to make something else. These are the swatches. Now I'm going to put my base on, and then I'll be back so we can finish up the rest of this look and talk about these blushes. I'll be back. Y'all, I'm back. I finished the eyes off camera because y'all know how it is. Just I put the smoky shade underneath in the lower lash line, and I use the lightest shade in the palette, this one, for the inner corner. I have to say though, I'm not liking it in the corner. My eyes are running. As soon as I started, I put it in the lower lash line, my eyes started running. I don't know why. I have to keep using it, see if it continues. I keep patting it dry, but it's running. All right, so I use this shade in the inner corner. So now let's get into this blush. I'm going to put each blush, one blush on one side, the other on the other, because, well, there are no names. So I am going to do this though. So let's swatch. That's one shade. So you see these are not matte blushes. This is the other shade. And then this is the highlighter shade, which is blingy. So these are not matte blushes, and y'all know I like me a matte blush, but it's all good. We're gonna get into here. I'm using my Sonia G Cheek Pro. Tap a little bit off, let's see. You surely don't need a lot. Look. So I'm gonna do a little more. It picks up a lot of product, y'all. The brush, the natural hair brushes, they do their job and they pick up a lot. That's a pretty shade. But y'all know how I feel about blushes, right? But that's a pretty shade. Okay. So I'm not gonna put any more on because you can see it. You could clearly see it on my face. So now I'm gonna go in with this shade over here. Something on it. This is a lot more subtle than this shade, right? This is more peachy. Even though on my hand it looks light pink, it's not coming off like that on my skin tone. And I picked this particular palette because it did look like it had a hint of peach in it on the swatch in the advertisement, right? So I am going to build this up a little more. It's not peach though. It is pink. But they're pretty. Now, consider the fact that I have a crap load of blushes, right? I had 75 before I bought the 9 from Pat McGrath, right? So you're talking about somebody that has a lot of blush. Do I have this color in my collection? Yes. Can I recreate most of this look, if not the entire look, from something I already have in my collection? Yes. The question is, what I want to. Let's see. So I'm going to dig into this highlighter and let's see what we get. I'm just going to take this brush right here, which is the mini cheek. I have to show this though. You see how it says Christian Louboutin right in there? You see it looks a little peachy. And it even comes off a little peachy. I don't know if you could tell. Has a little orange undertone, but we're gonna see. I barely touched my cheek, y'all. Okay, so let's go on this other side right here. He need to put this in his own palette. Y'all, tell me he don't need to put this highlight tour in. You can't tell on camera, but I'm here to tell you there is a hint of, I want to say orange in this or something. It does not compare to my other ones as far as the color is concerned. You see how this is blending right into my skin. It's not moving my makeup, neither did the blush. This highlighter though. Y'all, okay. Let's just do this. Cause I'm ready. I'm ready to go somewhere, but I'm not going anywhere. But look at that. Okay. I'm a little shocked about the highlighter, y'all. I wasn't expecting this little thing to have this kind of impact. And because you don't need a lot of product, this will last a long time. Because look, I didn't put that much in, and I got a lot of color payoff on that cheek. And a decent amount on this cheek as well, considering that this is a deeper shade than this one. But I do have this shade matte, but this is not matte. So most of my collection is matte, except for the Pat blushes are like semi matte. This is straight up satin blush. So it's not something that I have in my collection because it's not matte, but I can't stop staring at this highlight. Okay, all right, this video is going to be long enough, so let me figure my lip out while we talk my final. And I only have one Christian Louboutin lipstick, which is this one right here. I'm gonna put it on because it's Christian Louboutin makeup, right? So we're going to go ahead. I am going to, woo, that's going to make this one loud ass look. Ask me if I care. Ooh, this is a little too much, y'all. A little too much. Okay, I do care because this is a little of a lot. What do y'all think? I love his formula. His matte formula is everything. And I love the packaging. And it comes in this whole, y'all seen this before, so I don't even need to get into that. Actually, this is not too much. I'm serving a lot of tropical look here though. I'm ready for vacation. Y'all see that? What do you think? Yes, okay. So, tell me your thoughts. I'm interested in your thoughts. You leave me your thoughts in the comments while I tell you my thoughts, right? So, I love this eye look, right? I like how it blended. I liked the formula. It didn't skip. It didn't give me any issue. It was fine. I don't like the price point. I'm going to be honest with you. The case, I can deal without. You know why? Because I'm not traveling with something with spikes and this and that. It's too much. It's just too much. I'm not going to do it. I'm actually probably going to pop the unit out, and I can, because you're not able to tell. They, some of the shades have metal underneath it. I'm going to come real close. You see it? So those you can probably depot. These do not. I'm sure there's something underneath there. I'm going to play with it, because honestly, even if I can't depot it, I am going to pop this out and honestly just put it in something else, right? Or I'm going to be dead honest with you, or just keep it in here and just carry it like this. I don't need this case for $78 whole. Like, I think it's unnecessary, you know. It screams Christian Louboutin, honestly, because it's right here. I get the whole look. I get that it looks like a little purse, right? If you notice, right? Looks like a little purse, because he does have a purse that's like this, right? But it's not a purse. You know what I mean? You're carrying your makeup in this unit, and it's not travel friendly. It's not travel friendly, and something that's only £6, I want to be able to travel with. I honestly, when I'm ready to travel, would take it out of here and put it back in here in order to travel. I do like the actual formula. I do like the eyeshadow. I do not need, you do not need the unit. You want to get one for collector purposes? Fine. Do you need 3? Do I need 3? No. Will they go back? I don't know yet. $78 for this is not necessary. Okay, it's costumey, you know, unless I decide to keep it as like decor somewhere in my you know, background, or in my closet next to my shoes or something like that. Totally different, you know. And I honestly would have this side showing, not this side. But either way, I don't think you need the case. I think without the case, it's worth the money. With the case, it is not worth the money. Honestly, unless you really are going to be stuck on the fact that, oh, you don't want to carry it in this, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine, get the case. But I don't care. I could carry this in this, because my little tiny palettes like this, you know, you want them to be able to drop in things. And this is not light once you put the unit in here. So in my mind, I would carry it in this anyway. This is going to hurt something. It's going to damage your bag, whatever. It's not worth it. The case is not worth it, y'all. Okay? But the makeup, the eyeshadow, right? If you were only, say, Christine, I'm only going to get 1, Chris, nah, I'm not going to get all 3, whatever. I liked this one the best out of the 2 that I got. The other one, it was all right. Would I run to it on a regular basis? No. This one, though, I could see myself picking up during the summer. I could definitely see myself picking this up during the summer and using it, but not in this case. So I am, as I'm sitting here talking, I'm like, yeah, the cases may go back to Nordstrom's. I could save myself, because I bought 3 of them, a whole hell of a lot of money, because it's ridiculous. 80 times 3 is what, $240 whole dollars? You know what I can get for $240? So my whole thing is, I'm not in love with the case. The blush is staying. Of course, y'all know this highlighter is everything. I am not going to pick up more, though. I think I have enough. There's a point in a person's life where they have to admit that they have a problem. I have a blush problem, so I'm not going to pick it up. But I am not going to keep it in this case. I am going to take them out and drop them in something else. I just have to, in the meantime, it'll just stay in here. I will use it, especially the highlighter. Okay, those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about the look. Let me know your thoughts about this collection down in the comments, because I'm almost certain this is just the beginning. So now he has lipsticks, he had liquid shadow, now he has this shadow, he has blushes. I'm only waiting for the rest, because the blushes had highlight. What's left? Bronzer and some complexion, right? Let's see how long it takes for him to come out with that. But Mr. Louboutin, when you come out with that, come correct, because we love our complexion and we will drag you if it's wrong. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, even if you're not, but you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Become a part of the family and hit the notification bell so you're always notified when I upload. Follow me on IG at ChrisLuvsLux. But the most important thing I need everybody to do is to stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned. I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye, guys.